Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back with a new video, and I would like to share with you guys that I finally got my hands on MummyCurse. I didn't get the prize bit, still waiting to get my hands on it, but this I believe is good enough. I wanted to have a decent defense type Beyblade because frankly the ones which we had in the recent past have not been as good as the attack types or the stamina types. Of course, this here was a different case, but again, I didn't want to lose out on the beautiful paint, the metal paint, so I try not to use it to the extent possible. But MummyCurse is, from what I've heard from the reviews, is pretty good. But again, the stock build is not good enough. So first, I would like to test the stock build against maybe attack type Beyblades and other stamina type, mostly attack types, and then we can try out a couple of combinations and see which fits best. So let's begin. To begin with, here's the first day battle we can have and see how well it handles attacks from the shark. That wasn't a defensive attack. That was a defensive attack. Okay, the bit. Yeah, this is not defensive bit at all. So first round goes to the mummy. It's a pretty wide move, I would say. The shark takes over. Okay. So I think that's good enough for the test. So we know that this build is not build. This is the stock build is not great for defense, but yes, it still packs a pretty good punch. So for an attack type build, we can actually go with the stock Beyblade. If it was able to handle Keel Shark, I think it can handle a lot of other bays as well. But regardless, since we are trying to search for a defensive combination, first of all, without changing the ratchet, I would like to try some other bit, maybe Hexa. Let's see how this fares against other bays. First battle would be again against the shark. Only thing I've changed is the bit from MummyCurse. So let's see how it fares now against the shark. Just to be clear, in the previous 3 rounds, the MummyCurse did pretty well. See how he has slowed down. Let's see how it absorbs the attacks. That's pretty good. Despite being launched first, it still had enough stamina till the end. Okay. Extreme finish. Shark again catches up. 2 more rounds. Settle the score. Let's see. Oh, that's a very strong build indeed. Despite getting hammered so hard, it barely had any scratch. So if this guy can handle that much hammering, wild, absolutely wild. Let's try somebody who has an even lower attack. Maybe somebody like Shark Scale. Crazy. Didn't expect anything less from Shark Scale. Now this round goes to MummyCurse. Rounds. Let's see. I hope the plastic is not very vulnerable because this guy keeps hitting from the bottom. Hope it doesn't leave a scratch or maybe a dent. Presently nothing seems visible, at least on the bottom surface. I hope it stays that way. I'm in no mood to lose my control. Oh damn. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a tank. That's an absolute tank. I lost count. I think we had 5 rounds. So look, just one more round for my. This is an absolute feast for the eyes. Somebody handled Shark Scale so well. Dear God. So finally we have a good contender, a defensive contender for the matchups. Okay, let's try somebody with maybe a more balanced approach. How about this combination? It's going to be interesting. I'll be damned. That was brilliant. I haven't seen a tankier Beyblade in a while. That's an excellent push. Somebody needs to. extreme indeed. That was a close one. But considering MummyCurse was launched first, I would say it did a pretty good job. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Pretty damn good. Didn't expect that. Regardless, I would say Samurai is chipping away Mummy's stamina bit by bit. This could be lethal, considering the last round. Of course, the MummyCurse was launched a few seconds before Samurai, so okay, of course we're giving the point to Samurai, but again, just to be fair, it was not a very fair battle. Regardless, this guy is doing great. As a defensive Beyblade, this is doing great. Let's switch it up. Maybe instead of the hex bolt, in fact, I'll take out the stock ratchet and try a 570. With sure this is going to be great, but how about this combination? it's totally experimental, guys, so I have no clue how it's going to turn out, but regardless it's going to be fun. That much I can assure you, so stay tuned. We'll see how this turns out. We'll try to have battle against the same base, maybe 3 rounds each, and see who fares the first round. First battle would be against Lee Shark. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. Regardless, I'm excited and curious to see how well this combination. That was a phenomenal hit. A true extreme finish. It burst into 2 pieces. So the burst resistance wasn't very high. That was proved. In fact, it is not. the bit comes out pretty easily. Regardless, I'm going to test for at least 2 more rounds and see how it turns out. But that was a phenomenal hit. And that was a really bad launch. Okay. This was my mistake. I really should not penalize the Beyblade for that. But I'm going to. In the interest of time, I'm going to. Still defensively very good. Yeah, chalo, one more round. Just we will strike out round 2. Not consider round 2 as round 2 because that was my bad. I didn't launch it properly. And just as expected, it's still a chance with a few flaws. I'm going to switch out a bit. It's not doing very well, and this. No, this is also not having a very great burst resistance, so heavy impacts can burst this way easily. So no, let's not try this. We'll go back to okay. Burst resistance ideally is not property of the bit. Regardless, let's try it out. I think we should try this out. We should see how it turns out. We'll first try it against. Let's try it against some rising. Okay, that's no longer good. Unfortunate, but this way is not working clearly. We had a better combination. Our first combination was much better. Okay, I'm switching it out. I'm going back to the stock ratchet. Not changing the ratchet at least. It's doing pretty well. The hex bit was great, but like to try something different. Now, what do we put down? How about this? Again, it's purely experimental. It may not work at all, but I'm guaranteeing it's going to be fun. And to make it more interesting, we'll test it against let me see, a hard hitter, somebody who hits really hard. Somebody like disassembling, somebody like Grandbuster maybe. As you can see, the stamina has significantly dropped with this bit, but regardless, it's still pretty tanky and it's able to make some heavy hits. We can test one more round, I guess. So guys, this is not the best combination, definitely. So if I have to score it, I would go back to this combination. This, perhaps in today's video at least, as a defensive combo, this works best. Let me know in the comments what you think. If try this combination out in different battles. I'm not saying competitively, just in case you lose somewhere, don't come and blame me, but test it out. Let me know what you think. If you feel there's a better combination, which is of course not everybody else is using it, it's just some new combination which you happen to have come across and it has worked best, let me know. We'll try it out on a video and we'll share with the rest of the group. Thank you guys, thank you for watching today. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and keep watching. Adios.